All right, kids, chores and routines. Alicia, Simone, Tamara, Jenny, Kylie and Erin, they pretty much said, getting kids involved with age-appropriate chores, give them set tasks and build routines. Now, what did you do growing up? Well, you were an adult when you had your younger kids. Well, you still got a young family.
We've still got young ones, yeah.
How do you guys pluck this chicken?
Look, we probably, when I compare with my friends, we probably don't have the kids doing as many chores as some of our friends do, and that makes me feel like I probably should be doing a little bit more. But our boys empty the dishwasher and take the bins out and clean their room. That's it.
Congratulations, boys. You've done well. As long as they lift their feet up when the cleaner goes past with the vacuum. I remember a lot of the afternoons I would mop and vacuum the floor before Mum got home.
Oh, that was lovely. That would be nice.
That's what I mean. It's in my DNA. I like cleaning. I just get cluttery.
Yeah.
And I need the accountability. Yeah, okay. So did you ever I don't know. Allow me to tell everyone how to parent their kids. But I think that's it. It's like it's age appropriate, surely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's what do you want to instill into your kids, Rach?
More jobs. Kel says, say no to unnecessary volunteering, limit extracurriculars and get kids to pack their own bags and make breakfast.
Ooh.
I love that. Say no. We had a cake stall at the school recently and I was all stressed out about what I was going to do and I picked up a massive box of donuts and just left it there. Judge me all you want, ladies. I did not have time to bake cakes that day.
Oh, I thought I said no, stuff you're not going.
No, I just put, with all the homemade cakes, I put a big box of Krispy Kremes on they sold like hotcakes.
I went to a dinner one night, like bring a plate. I'm like, all right, freaking 12 pieces of KFC chicken incoming. It's a favourite. This is interesting. Say no to unnecessary volunteering. Now, if we're trying to optimize our time, our life, our purpose, and I've been guilty of this because I'm a helper, I want to help everyone. I got sucked into a thing thinking I was helping someone and ended up being hours on the phone every week. I was helping someone with an issue who did have some needs, but I'm just like, what am I doing here? I don't actually have the capacity for this. And it's giving me anxiety spending an hour and a half on the phone to a company trying to deal with this stuff on this person's behalf. I'm like, yeah, noble intent is awesome, but you need to live in reality. You can say no. And someone asked me something the other day, oh, hey, can you do this? I said, I'm really sorry, I can't. Don't have the capacity.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yeah, which I don't have. I'm learning. Okay. Tamara, this is a good one.
Use a day of the week drawers for school clothes. I have not done that. That sounds like a great idea, Tamara. There is nothing more stressful than when it's rugby day and we're running out for the door and we don't know where our clothes are. So, yeah, day of the week.
Do you get the kids to make their own breakfast of a school morning? You can plead the fifth.
I usually make their breakfast.
Oh, right. You're the softest mum, but I love it because I don't care. It works. Fun. Are you awkward?
Yeah.
Good. Alicia also said, add chores to the daily routine. Even toddlers can help.
Yeah, toddlers.
Hey, buddy. Do you want to help mum with their MLM? Come on.
Pick up toys.
Yeah. All right. Or this is the actual boundary section. Brandon said, this is great.
Lower your standards, prioritise what matters and ensure your partner shares the mental and physical load.
Like I was saying before.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's the mental load, which I think traditionally females, even if we're both working, that's where women tend to get caught up in carrying all the mental load.
Because imagine if you were in the situation where you were partnered up with Lurch and they didn't do anything. Imagine just knowing that you had a chat and they're like, yeah, I'm on board. I'm going to step up.
Yeah.
It would just be groundbreaking.
But I think even for people who have partners that do share the physical jobs equally, both work, both do the physical jobs, it can tend just traditionally, and this is something that you need to work on, is it goes to the female for the mental load. The school's calling the mum first.
Yeah.
The invitation for the party goes to
The
the
mum
mum.
does the life admin.
The WhatsApp group,
Yeah.
the dads aren't on that as much. And, that's obviously changing, but it's something to just be aware of, that mental load.
It's interesting that, isn't it? Like it is a societal norm. Yeah, because all the friends, I was actually, how I said I was awake at 4 a.m. this morning and I was rolling around in bed and ruminating. I was actually thinking about this episode, and if I know in my mind at 4:30 a.m. rolling out, I was going to actually text all my friends' wives, which are my friends as well, and be like, who here handles the household admin-y stuff? And the really close friends that I know, I reckon most of the women do.
I think you're right. But in the last school holidays, I messaged another mum to say, can our sons get together and have a play date tomorrow? And she replied with, my husband is dealing with this as I'm at work.
Amazing.
Great boundary. Loved it. And I just thought, it's such a great thing. Have that boundary to say, you know what? Why did I message her first? Why did I not message him? I've got both their numbers in my phone. Great.
Yeah, it is crazy because, it's just, but is it a natural proclivity where the mum wants to step up and organise and be the contact at the school?
Yeah.
I don't know. At the risk of getting cancelled, I don't know. It's weird. Like me growing up, I know when I'm sure of it, if I had to get enrolled in primary school, it wasn't Dad doing it.
No. But things for the conversations.
Yeah. Carla. Ooh, I actually like this one. Set arbitrary rules to create space. Example, no laundry after 5 p.m. Ditch the should mindset. One scheduled weekend day helps with mental recovery.
That's great, Carla.
What I do as well, and we had talked about it on another podcast. Have you ever been in the position where the dishwasher's full and clean and you can't be bothered emptying it and the sink's filling up with dirty dishes? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Or are you just saying yeah?
I'm saying yeah.
Okay, cool. But it's so what I do now, it's this whole thing about layering tasks in the house and in our life. So if I want to put one of my meals in the microwave, because the meals I order, they come fresh and they go in the fridge and they go and I zap them for 3 minutes. While that 3-minute timer's on, I'm like, I'll undo the dishwasher. Well, I'm just waiting here anyway. So I put those small tasks because we think, such a big task, got to empty the dishwasher. You set a timer, it's empty within less than 3 minutes.
Yeah. Killing the time.
Got to go somewhere, doesn't it? The time.
That's right. Kel says be okay with saying no more often.
Yep, agree. Glen with 2 N's. I'm Glen with 1 N because I'm single. Do less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linda recommends reading Laura Vanderkam for time management strategies.
I've never heard of that.
Have you heard of that? I have not.
I'm just going to Google this. Well, chat GPT it. So I just said, what are Laura Vanderkam's main strategies for time management? 1, track your time. 2, plan the week before it starts. 3, use mornings intentionally.
Oh, I love that.
We'll get back to that. 4, think in time blocks, not to-do lists. Yes. 5, kill time wasters without guilt. There's nothing wrong with relaxing. The problem is when it's not intentional. Social media, binging shows. Oh, I'm going to stop because I'm getting convicted here. 6, outsource, delegate, simplify. 7, build a list of 100 dreams from her book, 168 Hours. We'll put a link for her book in the show notes. I might actually read that. I need a bit of a kick up the arse.
Thank you, Linda.
Laura Vanderkam. I'll see if she's actually Australian, and secondly, if she's heaps famous, she won't be able to get her on the podcast. Yeah, she's an American, Princeton University. Oh, it's got 16,000 followers. I might see if I can grab her.
She might come on.
Yeah. Or I'll maybe see if when I'm in America in September, do a remote in her time zone or something. Yeah, that's a good one. I was even thinking last night, because I've got to edit this book, because if you have been a listener, I'm re-updating Sort Your Money Out and Get Invested. I was thinking, I went home last night, walked in, it was freezing, put the heater on, got on the lounge, watched the last 2 episodes of Blue Bloods ever, at me, whatever. It's just my background show. And then had dinner, watched the news, and then, that's the highlight of my life. But I was like, that's so interesting. I basically rotted on the lounge for a good 90 minutes, 2 hours last night when I got home. I could have been at my desk working.
Yeah, but you obviously need to rest as well.
And that's the dance, right? Like, we use so much wasted time, but is it? Or, I don't know. Maybe I need to go easy on myself.
Yeah, you need that time to recover.
But I don't have a hard life, so I don't.
You have a lot on.
Yeah, but I carry a lot. Maybe I carry more than I think I do, and I don't know. I just feel I've got no excuse for anything in my life.
Yeah, I disagree.
But I've got standards so high of myself that I can't keep. Okay, we'll make a thing. I'll try and get Laura on, because that would be a really cool episode. Let's round it out with some other random time and or money savers.
Jace says lock in fuel prices weekly with the 7-Eleven app. That is WA specific.
Yeah, I don't think that is. I think you can do that here.
Okay.
Yeah, I use the fuel app in New South Wales pretty much every time I need fuel. Just open it up, where's cheapest. At the moment, you're seeing swings of 20 to 30 cents for premium. So
I don't fill my car up. That's one of my jobs.
Does the Prince do that?
Prince does that for me. I don't like putting petrol in my car.
Yeah. He's a good man, Andy.
Todd says get up earlier. Quiet hours are productive.
If you're a morning person.
You see, you're not a morning person.
Oh, I'm barely a person.
Between 5 and 9 are my most productive hours of the day.
Well, what is it? It's 2 p.m., 2:15 now. I'm revving up. Like 2:30 to 3 to 7 p.m. We'll do another episode. You'll take off. I'll get in the zone, look up, it'll be 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I actually need to go. I have to make myself leave.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Okay, this is the creme of la creme la crop or whatever. And this is an interesting discussion. Again, it's not for everyone, but it does obviously have benefits, trade-offs and all that. Ashley says, consider an au pair or demi-pair. What the hell's a demi-pair?
I do not know what a demi-pair is, but she does say no cash exchange needed, but I was under the impression that an au pair, you do still pay them, just a smaller amount while they live in your home.
Okay, here's the differences.
What's a demi-pair?
Au pair, full-time helper with kids and light housework, 25 to 35 hours a week, childcare, school runs, light housework, the accommodations provided by the host or family, usually their own room. They get pocket money, typically $150 to $300 per week, depending on the hours and country. Best for families needing solid support during the week or working parents. A demi-pair, part-time helper who's mainly here to study, work hours, 15 to 20 hours a week. Same type of duties, But yeah, the payment
There's
is
no
usually
cash.
the free accommodation and food. So that's actually okay. Let's unpack this a little bit because at the risk again of being tone deaf, and there are a lot of people that listen to this show who are on hundreds of thousands of dollars a year income. Like that's just a fact. But the fact is, there's also a lot of people who listen who are just starting their career and might be on 100 or 80 grand a year individual incomes. So it's not for everyone. However, what if you had a young family and you might be in a university town like Newcastle?
Yeah.
You had a spare room or a granny flat or something like that. I don't know. And you got the demi pair to like, hey, you can stay here and rent free, all that stuff. We'll feed and water you, but your job is here. Like, go get a job if you want, but earn your keep.
Picking up the kids, doing a few light meals, a little bit of exchange. And if you've got the space and you don't mind another person in your home, why not? A lot of my friends have au pairs, the ones with smaller children especially. And when they've both got big jobs, that's something that is a necessity for them.
Yeah, I think that's, again, it's not everything is for everyone, but it's been a fun little chat, to say the least. Do you have any closing comments or anything that has stood out to you from all these?
Well,
what would you, if we go back, what I'll do, Rachel, I'll read Sophie's question again, then I'll throw back to you. As a mum who works full-time, has 3 young kids and a husband who runs a business, I'm so time poor. Do you have any hacks / time-saving things that you've implemented to help, even if it saved you 5 minutes or was an initial expensive outlay to begin with?
Yeah, well, I would just say, Sophie, you've got a lot of tips there from the Facebook group. There's a lot of great tips there. And if you do just implement a few of those, it would be great. But I think having a conversation and doing a plan like with your partner, let's sit down and plan about what of these things we're going to implement and what other things you can do to save time is a great thing. But I think that actually planning it out is the most important thing.
And you can almost gamify it and, all that habit loop stuff. It's like, okay, after dinner, we're going to spend 15 minutes, so like that time block thing, put the dishes away, do all that, 15 minutes, fold laundry, then we're going to watch the latest show on Netflix together.
Yeah. And
let's both do it together, or I don't know.
It's a tough time of your life when you're both working and you've got 3 small children. Now, I talked about having a cleaner when I had 1 small child. I couldn't afford that. This is a time when I was not going to the hairdresser. I was not having any other luxuries, but I prioritised that cleaner because I needed that time. So I think if you look at your priorities, what can you do to save your time? It's so precious.
Yeah. And I would say to Sophie, clearly you are not alone. Everyone in your situation, young family, full-time jobs, everyone's going through this stuff. So that's why, I want to know, maybe someone put in the Facebook group after we put this episode up, I might do a discussion thread or something like that. I'll get the team to remind me or we'll schedule it. What have you implemented after today's lesson? Because you only need to implement 1 or 2 things and it can just change your life. Hey, it's Glen here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money, Money, Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.